Teaching an inexperienced child to field in the game of baseball is without question the most difficult and complex challenge any coach may ever face. As a baseball coach in Israel, I too am challenged by explaining the game to Israeli kids. The state of Israel, a country with little baseball culture or tradition, has for many years attempted to expand interest in the game, with varying success. So, after much trial and error, I've managed to strip down to the most basic fundamentals what it is exactly I wish a player to do once the ball is put in play. Although the ideas which I present in this video may seem only to be relevant for beginners, I believe that more competent players and even longtime coaches can only benefit from taking a deep look at what I call the essence of baseball positions.
Now, I'm not talking about any new form of coaching baseball. I'm just going to share some of my thoughts and my experiences with getting this baseball program going here in my little town in Israel, and getting kids to come out, to come to practice, and to learn the game and to fall in love with the game, which is really what a coach should be trying to do. So I've always had to dumb it down, make it simpler for them, simpler, lower the expectations, make the game as simple as possible.
A kid sees this cool game being played by his buddies. He wants to join in. I give him a glove, and what do I tell him? He's like, okay, what do I do? Where should I stand? So here are some first principles in fielding, and here's how I convey them to a kid who is brand new to baseball. Here is the essence, if you will, of the baseball positions in the field. Ask yourself, in its simplest form, what is the essence of the infielder? The essence of the infielder is to block the ball from going to the outfield, to pen it in, to corral the ball or confine it to the infield, to keep the ball so close that the runner or runners can't advance too many bases at a time. And you multiply that instinct, that fundamental principle, by lots of games and scrimmages, and you have an infielder. I know. Not a very technically sound infielder, but still, you have a kid who gets the game. And once he gets the game, he loves the game. And he'll keep showing up for practice, and he'll keep wanting to play, and he'll improve. And then you slowly start working on technique. Now, notice I didn't even say first, second, third, or shortstop. I just said infielder, because we're scrimmaging, and sometimes it's like 6-on-6, or even 5-on-5. And sometimes I would say it's even beneficial to have less kids on the field, because then they have to constantly cover each other's bases and run after the ball and just be generally more involved in what happens in the game. But that's a whole other topic. So if that's the essence of an infielder, what's the essence of an outfielder? Well, that should be even simpler. The essence of an outfielder is to back up the infielder, to move towards every single ball that is either put in play by the batter or by their own teammates. Remember, these are all beginners, so they miss the ball a lot. Yes, the ball is moving around the field constantly, but rarely accurately. So the outfielder is in charge of backing everything up to minimize the damage caused by hard-hit balls or the inefficient plays of his teammates, the infielders.
And explaining the outfield position to a kid like that is great, because it means he's involved in every play. He's not just standing out there and doing nothing. That kid looks like he's just standing out there and doing nothing.
And that's it. That's the essence of fielding. Really difficult to do for someone who's a beginner, but not difficult to explain. And because baseball is so hard, we also have to make sure that we frame the actions of the fielder in the way that is perceived by the kid as possible. not as impossible. Think about all that. I'm sure a lot of coaches or dads trying to get their kids to start playing baseball at a young age are struggling with the same stuff that I am.
So I'll never say to a beginner, here's how to pick up a ground ball. Here's how to set up your feet and throw and follow through and all that stuff. I'll just say, block it, get him, throw it in. And I'm always emphasizing the intent of the action and not the technique. So basically we have infielders, block the ball, get the runner. Outfielders, back him up, and throw it in. And do it quickly. Hurry.
A young kid with no experience playing baseball should first understand what it is you want him to do, and not how you want him to do it. And of course, have him play, scrimmage more than anything, with other kids his age. Have him make every possible mistake and learn from it. Don't interfere by shouting orders or giving real-time analysis. I mean, sure, every once in a while you can call a timeout and interject and have a teachable moment and explain what was done wrong or even right, but again, keep it to a minimum and let the kids play. Let them figure it all out. And always remember this: the best teacher of the game is the game itself. If we just know how to explain it, every kid can join in. Then watch him take off.